Hello, friends, and welcome back to Bible Studio for Kids. Long ago, in the mighty kingdom of Persia, a young woman named Esther lived a life far from the palace walls. She wasn't a princess. Not yet. She was a kind and graceful orphan girl, raised by her loving cousin, Mordecai, in the bustling city of Susa. In a world of grand ambitions, her days were filled with simple acts of kindness, helping the poor, sharing a smile with children, and praying quietly at night. But little did she know, destiny had already written her name into a story that would change an entire nation. The universe was preparing her for a moment that would echo through history. Meanwhile, in the royal palace, King Xerxes was in search of a new queen. From every corner of the empire, the most beautiful women arrived, each hoping to win the king's favor. Among them was Esther. Her quiet dignity and gentle spirit captivated everyone, and soon a crown was placed upon her head. She was the new queen of Persia, her eyes wide with a mixture of awe and fear. But Esther carried a secret. On Mordecai's advice, she kept her Jewish heritage hidden, waiting for the right time. Soon, a man named Haman rose to power, his heart filled with pride and a hunger for praise. He demanded that everyone bow to him. But Mordecai, a man of faith, refused. Enraged by this defiance, Haman didn't just target Mordecai. He plotted to destroy all the Jewish people in the kingdom. Sealed letters were dispatched, soldiers rode out, and a shadow of fear fell across the land. The fate of an entire people hung in the balance. When Mordecai learned of Haman's evil decree, he sent a desperate message to Queen Esther. She trembled at the news. Approaching the king without being summoned was forbidden, an act punishable by death. Her heart was torn between her own safety and the lives of her people. But then, Mordecai's powerful words reached her, echoing in her soul. Who knows if you were made queen for such a time as this? In that moment, fear gave way to faith. Esther fasted, she prayed, and she gathered a courage that burned brighter than any royal gold. With unwavering resolve, she stepped into the king's court, ready to face her destiny. The king's eyes met hers, and instead of anger, he saw her bravery. He extended his golden scepter, a sign of mercy. Esther spoke her truth, exposed Haman's wicked plot, and saved her people from destruction. The day that was meant for sorrow turned into a day of joyous celebration. Esther's story reminds us that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a quiet whisper that says, I will try. It teaches us that even when we feel small or afraid, we can find the strength to stand for what is right. Perhaps you, too, were made for such a time as this. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of courage and hope. Until next time, bye.